This is a 2015 Ford F150 Lariat 4-wheel drive with the 3.5 turbo on it, EcoBoost. The customer came in, the car kind of seemed to be wanting to die out whenever he came to a stop. And these are the codes that it was given. I'm not sure you could see them right, but they were all mainly crank position, camshaft position, correlation, and it gave several ones. But I erased them, and then I just kept kind of getting that p0019. After a while driving, I will also get that p0016, but the p0019 was kind of stuck on there. So I kind of started checking it out. I did check the solenoids properly. I even had them replaced with the opposite side to see if that would fix the issue, but it didn't. It still kind of kept giving it. I checked, putting power and ground to the solenoid because it was giving the exhaust. Bank 2, which is this one, for that p0019 code. p0016 actually follows the same kind of code procedures to do it. I was not getting any camshafts position sensor, so I didn't even worry about that. I just kind of worry about the solenoids themselves. But I checked them; they were working properly. They were, if I made them work, they were going 25 degrees over. I did take a video of my degrees as far as the timing. It was a little bit off, but not too much of a concern, which was weird. I went through the regular procedures for the p0019 code, and actually it was actually telling me to change out the cam facer, which it was weird. But this car has 117,000 miles on it. The client hadn't done the timing chain, so I decided to kind of open it up because so many miles and he had never done it. So I was like, well, maybe there'll be the stretching on the chain maybe wore out, so we came in here to kind of do the whole timing chain job. So we did that. I actually even took out the oil filter, which usually goes down there, to open it up to see if there was any metal, because there was. Then we'll know for sure was the engine, but we didn't find any of that. So we came in here and I was like, okay, it's gonna be a stretched out belt. I kept looking around, did a bunch of other tests on it. So at the end we kind of decided to kind of just open it up, and I did find an issue. I didn't notice it when I was kind of just turning, just when I had just the valve covers off. I didn't notice it, maybe because the crankshaft was put on there, but I'm gonna rotate it. Once I was here kind of rotating and get this on timing so I could start working on the timing belt, I noticed that the actual crankshaft sprocket was not spinning with the actual crankshaft. I'll show you. I'm gonna see if I go get a good video. Okay, watch. See, it already spun maybe like a 2 to 2, maybe a little more. Right there is about to catch on. Okay, it's hard to do it with one hand, but see. And you're not really supposed to go counterclockwise. It's always clockwise, but just to show you, you see, I'm able to spin it for a few degrees before it catches on. So we noticed there's something wrong. We're not sure if the little key that goes in there broke off, or if the actual crankshaft, if it's held on there, broke off, which still mean that the engine will probably be shut. Probably have to swap out the engine or have it sent out and get rebuilt. Like I said, if you have this kind of issue, maybe that'll be something to look into. It seems to be this problem here. I mean, I didn't get a video of going through the whole procedures of testing and diagnosed it, getting it checked out, but I mean, I hope it helps you out. I looked online and nobody seems to have this issue. There's no bulletins out for it, no recalls, nor nothing for this kind of thing. I mean, I did see a lot of people said that p0016 and that p0019 would most likely be the timing stretching on it. Somebody actually had an issue with the crankshaft, camshaft sprocket in the back being kind of turned, but it was not the location on this. Theirs was it was an Explorer, but this was a truck. So, but that's the issue I found. I'm gonna take that down right now in a bit, and then I'll show you. Hopefully I could put it together in a YouTube video, but so you could kind of look at it and hopefully help somebody out, maybe take